What would you do if your future father-in-law destroyed your entire life savings right in front of your fiancé, just to prove you weren't man enough for his family? We were at a high-end steakhouse celebrating our engagement. Her dad, Richard, is a wealthy corporate executive who low-key hated me because I work in HVAC. He straight up thought I was a broke loser. So, to show him I could provide, I pulled out a $25,000 cashier's check. It was my hard-earned down payment for our first house. I proudly laid it on the white tablecloth. Richard picked it up, sneering. He looked at my fiancée, Maya, and said, "This is cute, but my daughter doesn't live in a starter home." Before I could even blink, Richard ripped the check right down the middle. Yeah, it gets worse. He shredded it into tiny pieces and dropped them straight into my water glass. They floated there, completely ruined. I stared at Maya, waiting for her to scream at him to defend us, but she just looked down at her lap, silent. That's when I realized I was completely on my own. Richard smirked, leaning back in his chair. "When you can buy a house in cash, come talk to me. Until then, you're just a boy playing dress-up." My blood was boiling. I couldn't breathe, but that wasn't even the worst part, for Richard at least. Suddenly, a man in a sharp suit at the table right next to us stood up. He walked over, flashed a gold badge, and looked directly at Richard. "Sir," he said, his voice ice cold, "I'm a captain with the State Police Financial Crimes Unit, and you just committed felony malicious destruction of property." Richard's smug face instantly vanished. "Look, buddy, it's a family joke. Mind your business." The captain didn't flinch. "A certified cashier's check is a legal financial instrument. Destroying one over $10,000 is a grand larceny class felony, and I just witnessed the whole thing." Richard went pale. His hands started shaking. Maya finally panicked. "Ben, please, tell him it's fine. He's my dad." I looked at the soggy paper in my glass, and I looked at Maya, so I decided to end it. I looked at the captain. "I want to press charges." As the captain called for local backup, I stood up and looked at my ex-fiancé. "Your dad wanted a real man. Have fun living with one." I walked out and never looked back.